Okay, for renal histology, we start with the renal corpuscle, which are these little white bulbs that look like Christmas ornaments that you see here. And then here is a cross-section of that. So this is the outside, and it's the glomerular capsule, the white outer edge. Within that, there's the glomerulus, which is a ball of capillaries where fluid from the blood leaves the capillaries and then goes into the kidneys where it's filtered. In terms of the vasculature, you've got your afferent arteriole, which is on top here, coming into the glomerulus, and then you've got your efferent arteriole exiting. Over on this model, you can kind of see the little afferent afferent arteriole branching into the glomerulus. Alright, and then, so we're going to go to the tubular elements now. So it was the vasculature right here. And then for tubular elements, it's all of this white that's shown. So first you've got your glomerulus. When the fluid exits the glomerulus, it goes into the proximal convoluted tubule, which is this whole convoluted tube. And the fluid has just left the glomerulus, so that's why it's proximal. Proximal convoluted tubule. Then we go into the nephron loop, which is this part that comes down and up. So segments of that, you've got the descending limb coming down, and then it turns, and you've got the ascending limb coming back up. Now you hit this other tubule that's very wiggly, and the fluid has already traveled pretty far. So this is the this is the distal convoluted tubule. From the distal convoluted tubule, you've got this little straight gap right here, and that is your collecting tubule that runs into the collecting duct. Each nephron has its own collecting tubule, and then those collecting tubules come together to form the collecting duct, which will eventually take the fluid into the ureters. Alright, oh, and I skipped one more vascular element. The peritubular capillaries are all the small capillaries that are kind of up here around the proximal ducts and also around the nephron. And then specifically the blood vessels that are around the nephron, which are depicted here. Normally they would overlap, as in you can see this very long nephron over here. So these capillaries would be around this nephron loop. And those are called the vasa recta, or vasa recta. And that's all.